You sit in front of the screen and think you've got it all figured out. You think Matan is just some internet kid, a TikTok troll, a meme kid in a suit that's just a little too big. You saw him walk up behind Miyazaki at the Game Awards, grab the mic with that dead-eyed psychopath stare, and nominate his reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. You laughed. You thought, what a weird joke. But you haven't gone down the rabbit hole, I have. Have you noticed that Matan never blinks when he's in character? Have you noticed that when he goes on Kai Cenat or the H3 podcast, it's like his capacity to feel shame has been completely erased? But there are stranger things the algorithms are trying to hide from you. For instance, Matan never breaks character. He never explains the joke. His entire existence is an information void. And then there are the parents. The LAPD called them that night at the Game Awards. Reports said very strict, furious parents came to pick him up at the station. No names, no photos, no addresses. How is it possible that in the era of doxing, where the internet can find someone's house from a reflection in a drop of water, no one knows who raised Matan unless his parents are absolute masters of identity deception, masters of a strict aesthetic, masters of keeping the public completely confused about who they really are. Think about it. A family obsessed with uniforms, a family that blatantly lies to the media about their bloodlines. Ladies and gentlemen, Matan's parents are Jack and Meg White from the rock band The White Stripes. No, don't look at me like I'm crazy. The pieces fit. In the early 2000s, Jack and Meg conquered the world. And what did they tell the press? That they were brother and sister. Yeah, we're siblings, Jack and Meg. Lies. They were married. They fooled the entire world with stone-cold faces, never once laughing at the joke. Sound familiar? That is exactly what Matan does with his identity and his supposed twin, Matan. It's in his DNA. Matan inherited the ability to lie straight to the camera's face without even flinching. And look at the aesthetic. The White Stripes had an unbreakable rule. They only wore red, white, and black. It was their uniform, their armor against the world. What does Matan do? He wears the exact same dark gray suit, buttoned all the way to the top, with those giant clown shoes every single day. It's Jack White's philosophy applied to a Gen Z kid. Find a uniform and confuse the enemy. Jack White is an eccentric, strict genius, a man who refuses to use cell phones and lives trapped in his own analog world. Imagine that man walking into an LAPD precinct. Imagine Meg White nervously playing an invisible drum kit. They walk in, see their son who just interrupted the biggest video game event in the world to talk about. Bill Clinton, and Jack looks at him, adjusts his fedora and says, "Son, we don't grab the mic unless there's a heavily distorted guitar riff playing in the background." That's why Matan never laughs. Because growing up in a house where your parents pretend to be siblings to sell garage rock records completely shatters your perception of reality. And now he's been unleashed. He is the secret third member of the White Stripes. Only his instrument isn't a guitar. His instrument is making the entire internet deeply uncomfortable. The next time you see him, look for the color red. I guarantee you somewhere on that dark suit, he's wearing a single red thread.